Welcome back to Little 5. As you can see, the windows are on, the back door here has been installed, the roof is on, and the heating and air is going in, and the plumbing is also, believe it or not, being installed. Now we got a lot of ground to cover, so let's get started.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and my dream is to turn these 5 acres of raw forest into a livable home, one project at a time. This is the Little 5.
So big update, there's piping going in. We've got a rough-in for the piping here and PEX tubing. There's some drainage for the toilets, and then my guest bathroom has a shower in it. Doesn't work right now because I don't have water fully connected, but all of the actual plumbing and whatnot is in, so that's really good news. So we have hookups here for the guest vanity, hot water, cold water, toilet right next to the vanity, and then guest shower area here. I never thought I'd be this excited about plumbing, but here we are. So I have hookups here, PEX tubing for the master bathroom vanity, and then the plumber installed the handle for the shower in the master shower here, and that goes to the nozzle up here. And then this is a middle drain for all the water. It goes right in the middle there because I'm doing a pan insert instead of tiling the bottom because it's cheaper and I'm on a budget. So hookups here for the kitchen. We have kitchen sink here with PEX tubing, hot cold water. This is gonna have a garbage disposal, food waste, so you'll definitely need some drainage for that as well. So another cool thing is these were installed outdoor water faucets for hoses and gardening and car washing and whatnot. So this one is directly on the outside of the garage. So if I want to wash my car in my driveway, I just hook up a hose right here, spray down my car. Super nice. So the other outdoor faucet for hose connections is right on the, let's see, this is the east side of the house, right in the middle. So I can have reach to hopefully all of my garden beds that I'm gonna put on this side of the house. I'm gonna do raised beds and theoretically a greenhouse, but in time. So finally we have the third outdoor faucet. My budget covered 4, but this is such a small house, I just didn't really see a point of doing 4. So third outdoor faucet is in the back here, right next to the back deck covered area. So if I ever need to spray that down or water anything behind the house in the backyard, spray hose can hook up to that. So now that the plumbing rough-in is done, we can move on to the next step and actually get some septic installed in here, get the water connected from the city lines to the house so that there's running water in the house, and then actually getting electrical set up so that everything can start to work and start to run. We can install lighting, we can install outlets, and start pulling everything together and closing up these walls. So we're in the attic space, right above the garage, right above the laundry room, kitchen area, and have a full electric heating and air unit installed here now. This is going to be hooked up to a heat pump outside, but this will just push air. It's all vented air duct system, so there's ducting all through the trusses here inside the ceiling, and it's all heating and air conditioning. Air conditioning is not mandatory in Washington State, but heating is. You do have to have one primary heat source in your house. And one of the laws as well, this unit has to be at least in the home somewhere, in the living area. So either in a closet or in a space in the ceiling like this, where it meets energy codes. You can't have it in, basically you can't have it in the garage unless your garage is finished, I guess, if I remember correctly. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but yeah, this unit has to be stored within or basically right above the living space to meet energy codes. And you can go with a ductless system, but I chose not to do that because I don't want to look at the units. I don't want to see the units on the wall. Some have mini splits. Some people go with mini splits, which are the units that sit on the wall, and it's usually like a air conditioning unit, heating unit. A lot of apartments have them, but sometimes you can put them in the ceiling, and that was an option, but I did not want that. I wanted centralized heating and air, which is what this unit is. So that'll be a nice addition to the house, and it helps my overall value that there's ducted air system in here. So the heat pump still has to go in, but all this ducting is in now, and it's really starting to come together. So pretty exciting, which is great because it's really hot up here in this little attic space. I'm sweating. So as you can see, there's ducting throughout the whole house. It's going in through the trusses here, weaving all in there, and the air flows into each room from this central heating source here, and it has ventilation that goes up and out on either side, and then it also has proper ventilation that comes through the garage space here, and this will go, this here goes down out to the backside there, where the heat pump is actually going to be on the backside of the house. So that's going to bring in all the outside air and bring it into this centralized heating and air unit here to distribute throughout the rest of the house. And this is both heating and air conditioning. And I can't remember if I've already said it or not, but in Washington State, you are legally required to have a heat source of some kind, whether it's a furnace or mini splits or a heat pump. This is an electric heat pump, but you're not required to have air conditioning. But I will say, since our summers have been getting hotter, air conditioning is super nice. I've had air conditioning in the past, and I've also not had air conditioning, and most people, they want air conditioning. I do, at least. So definitely not a requirement, but a luxury. So it's starting to be installed up here in the trusses for ventilation, and it will go throughout the house. It's all heating and air conditioning, but that's starting to be installed here all through the house here. So kind of need heating and air. It's kind of an essential, There's no fireplace anymore. Originally there was a fireplace in these plans, but I removed it simply for budgetary reasons. I couldn't afford it right now, so I said let's reallocate those funds to a different part of the house and utilize it for other things. So this will be my only heat source at the moment, is this heating and air coming in through there. So Today they just dropped off a ton of roofing shingles, and they're gonna start sealing up the roof and waterproofing it. It's pretty exciting. So the shingles officially went in for the roofing. It's all sealed up, has the underlayment underneath. It's got everything all waterproof, ready to go. So I went with a black, just a straight black shingle. And the reason for that is just for style preferences and also budget reasons. When you pick out roofing shingles, shingles in particular, you can pick out varying different colors, sizes. They have thickness as well, depending on what your style is and what the kind of home look you're going for, and also what your budget is. But for me, I went with just your standard run-of-the-mill flat black shingles just to match the rest of the house. It's a very dark concept. Most of the stuff I've picked out is just black shingles, black siding, black windows. So, but once you get on the inside, everything will be kind of the opposite, where it's very light and warm and more of a opposite color. But for the roofing, I went with black shingles. And depending on what your budget is, I mean, metal roofing will last a lot longer. Shingles are anywhere from 20 to 30 years, and metal roofing is more like 40 to 50, 60 years. But metal roofing costs up front is way higher. It can look better, especially if you're going for like a farmhouse, modern farmhouse style barn dominiums. But for me, as much as I wanted a metal roof, I couldn't afford it. Metal roofs are also better for places with higher snow, because the snow just falls off. So something to keep in mind. But for me, just a basic asphalt shingle, it's the way to go. As you can see, we also have the wrap that's going to go on underneath the siding for the house, and it's going to help insulate it, waterproof it a little bit, just give an extra layer for that insulation and protecting the actual frame. I know it's be underneath, so, but yeah, weather smart, nice wrapping. Just one more thing. So today we're going to look at windows and garage doors, so this should be good.
It's better to take the time now and really know what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to be agreeable and everything. So I wonder, this brand over here.
So most of the windows are pre-planned, depending on your floor plan size. So I got side-to-side sliders on the front of the house, and up and down sliders for the kitchen, not the kitchen, the living rooms. And it's all based on your plan and what meets fire codes, because you have to be able to fit through the window in a bedroom in case of a fire. So got something pretty cool to show you. This just came today. Look at those windows. Ooh. There's the sliding door. That's the big one for the back door. Got the front window here for the front door. Kitchen window there. There's the living room windows, and then the two front bedroom windows here. That's excellent. Really excellent. All right, well, today is the big day. We got the windows and sliding back door all installed here. I can actually feel what it's like to get this door open and closed. It's pretty cool. I got windows on the back here looking out, and I mean, it is just so surreal to actually see the windows go in and start to close up this space and insulate it a little bit. The shingles are fully on, so the ceiling, the roof is pretty much waterproof now, so it won't rain and flood in here anymore like it has been for a couple days. So with these windows in, this back sliding door in, it's really starting to come together now and feel more and more like an actual house every day. Now, the style of the window is not the only important thing to take into consideration when you're picking out windows, because there's more things that windows do than just give your house a certain aesthetic look. I mean, there's the double pane, which helps insulate the house and also protect it against the climate. Heating and cooling keeps the heat in, keeps the cool air in. The material of the window itself can greatly change your budget, whether you're working with black frame, metal frame, vinyl, wood. Some people go with wood. I mean, to each their own, but yeah, there's a lot of different factors to take into consideration when you're picking out windows. But for me, I went with black because that's the style I like, and also these particular windows, this brand offered a certain kind of window that helps me with egress so that I can actually have fire safety codes fulfilled. So now with egress you need to be able to safely climb out. So like I can climb out this window here in the event of a fire. I can fit through this window. And ultimately, that's what you want. You want to be able to fit through the window in the event of a fire. That's why they're a certain size. So each living space, like the bedrooms in particular, this living room, you need a way to get out of the house, and you have to be able to fit through the window per Washington State fire codes. So that's something else to take into consideration, is the size of window you're going to need in each room, not just for aesthetic purposes, but for legal purposes and safety codes. So the windows that were installed today, they are mill guard, and they have this little latch here that goes flush. When you push the window all the way down and it locks right into place, it's got this auto lock on, so you don't even have to worry about are my windows locked? I don't know, but it's nice and pretty much flush when it's closed, and then when you want to unlock it, you just pull that up and you can just open the window here. So the roof is on, the ventilation is installed, the windows are in, and the plumbing is going in. This house is really starting to come together. So we're going to be putting on siding next outside and sealing up this house, getting it ready for winter so that we can really start zeroing in on the interior here. So I'm really excited for that, but that's all for this video. And until next time, I'll see you back here on the Little 5. Thanks for watching. You're still here. It's over. Go watch another video. Preferably one of mine. Click the box. Go on. Go.